Welcome back to the Spring Sports Showcase. We're now joined by the boys soccer team, Jack Baker, Coach Webster, and also Ben Craig. How are you guys today?
Good. Doing good.
Chilling.
All right, get straight into the questions. First one, new face of the program, Coach Webster. What are some of your goals for this season?
Some of my goals for this season is to obviously implement a new culture, change the culture, bring a lot of energy. Obviously, people who know me and people who see me coach, they know what I'm about. I bring a lot of energy. And not only bring energy, but bring positive energy, right? We want to bring positive energy. We want to try to change the culture. And I'm looking to get some wins. Simple and plain. I've been geeked since I got the job, and that's all I've been looking for. I've been looking to get some W's. So, I'm pretty excited.
All right, what are your guys' goals, Jack, Ben?
I'm really just coming to work, do my best, and all that.
It's really ultimately the end goal always is Morrison. That's what you always work for. You always work as hard as you can to end up at Morrison State.
All right.
For sure, and we got my fault. We got some seniors, and we all got the same goal in mind from the first meeting, right? We all got the same goal in mind, just like Ben mentioned. We want to get to Morrison. It's right down the street. Why not?
All right, Coach Webb, what have you been doing to try and implement that culture? Like, what has that been like?
So I'm big into fitness, right? I'm big into making sure your body is right, making sure your mental is right, and just making sure your mind is right and your body's in the right place in order to play this game, right? And to train at the level we want to train at, and play the games at the level we want to play at. So one of the things I implemented right away is weight training. Whether it be light weights, plyometrics, or whatever, body weight, I did implement weight training, and we had a lot of people show up to the weight room during the off season. So at some point, at some point in your career, if you want to play at a high level, you got to implement some type of weight training. That's one of the things I did. Also, another thing I did was make sure I reach out to all the players, especially the returning players, because just because I'm a new coach, you don't want anybody walking away and saying I'm not playing for that guy, and you want to show them. You want to be transparent, and you want to show them who you are, first and foremost, right? And you want to be the real you at all times. And I think I've done that, and I think that's why, not only did I get the returning players back, but we had 100-something kids at tryouts. I mean, they all came based off energy. So if the energy is positive, you can shake the room.
And obviously, you played for Central and then also collegiately. So how is that experience going to help you be a great coach?
So in my playing days, playing here and playing at Midland, I think I've been in just about every situation as a player. And so when I put myself and I think about those experiences as a player, I just try to implement them in my coaching. Right? I try to do a lot of different situational drills. I try to coach on the fly within split seconds, things like that. And really, I'm just happy to be home. Right? I'm just happy to be home. I love this place when I was a kid. Or a teenager, I should say. I loved this place when I was a kid, and it was always my dream to get back here and try to, be the head coach. So I put a lot of pressure on myself to do the job the right way, right? And I put a lot of pressure on myself to make sure I can build a successful program. So, and that's just me giving back to this place that gave me so much as well. So hopefully I can do that.
All right, this question's for everyone. Obviously, last year didn't go the way you guys planned. So what's going to change this year in order for you guys to achieve your goals?
Ben, you want to start?
I feel like our culture last year we weren't really like together as much. This year what needs to change, we need to be a family. We need all to be together. We all need to have that same goal, the same drive as the next person next to you. We're all as the same, like, damn, I don't know. But like we all want to be, we all want to have the same drive, the same end goal as Morrison. We all need to have like same dedication as the next person next to you. We're the best, like, as the worst. Like, we don't have a worst player, but if we did, that's the best we are, is the lowest person. So we always gotta work together and strive to put everyone to the top. And yeah.
You got it.
No, I would say, like, last year, all of our goals were different. Everyone was trying to accomplish different things. But I'd say this year, I think everyone's pretty set on Morrison. So I really hope that boosts us forward to, do better and be our best.
At the first meeting, I told the boys, I said, my goal is to, we downtown, right? And we downtown and we turn, but it's another downtown, right? And it's right down the street. So I said, I'm not here to win more games than last year, right? I'm not here to double the wins from last year. We all got the same goal in mind, and that's Morrison. So I told them if they don't have the same goal in mind as everybody else in here, then they need to get out. When we shut the door, nobody left. All right, we got a couple people with me that stayed in that room. So when I watched film from last year, when I talk to the boys from last year, because I'm a players coach, I like to get their opinions on things. They tell me what's on their mind, right? And they're transparent with me because I showed them how transparent I was with them. Like, they know what's on my mind just by the look on my face. And sometimes when they down, I go right to them. So as long as we can be transparent, as long as we can be open with each other, and one of the things that we got to do is celebrate each other, right? No matter if you're the top man on the roster or if you're the bottom man on the roster, right? You got to be happy, right? And you'll never win if you don't clap for others, right? So like Jack said, like Ben said, everybody they said last year, and I can't really speak to the team last year because I was at King Science, but they said everybody, for the most part, some people last year had their own goals in mind, and it wasn't necessarily a team goal or it wasn't family oriented. One of the things that I think I've been doing well at practice is keeping everybody involved and making sure whatever I say applies to everybody, right? Not just one individual, not just two individuals, but applies to everybody as far as us reaching our goals. So I think we're pretty family oriented, and I think for the most part we've checked our egos. For the most part, even me, right? Coaches, every coach got an ego. They won't sit here and tell you that, but they got an ego. And I think I put the right coaches around me, and I think that every day after practice, we talk about what went on, talk about what we need to do, and I think my coaching staff reflects what my team looks like too. Right, and that's important. Representation is important as well. And so, as long as they feel comfortable coming to us, talking to us, I think that same end goal, being at Morrison, is going to stick. So, yeah.
Jack and Ben, what does it take to be leaders for this team, and what are your expectations upon not just yourself but your teammates?
I'd start with being a leader is being one with the team. Making sure everyone's I would say in line. You want to make sure when you're with a team, you're bringing the team up. You don't want to. If you're putting anyone down, it's not a team. And then my expectations for being a leader would be, you're always a good example for others, a good role model, and just always working with the team, bringing everyone up, never down.
Yeah, and this year our team, a lot of them are young. We also need to teach them their way. We've been here in this team for a long while. We know how varsity is, how fast the pace is, and all that. We just need to teach them and give them the same knowledge as what we got to give them to them, and yeah, so they can strive to be better than they are. And
obviously, you guys dropped a few games last year. Gretna up to a West Side up 1-0. How do losing those games and rankings from media publications, how does that serve as motivation going into this year?
Well, obviously, I would say it's motivation because we're like the underdogs. Last year we really played not up to par, but I would say that's motivation because they're overlooking us. Everyone's overlooking us. So I would say for us to be better, we need to surprise everyone, and I think we will surprise everyone, and just come with a big punch, knock it out.
Yeah, we really are like the underdogs this year. I feel like last year was really upsetting to lose those games when we had the lead, and going into the half having the lead and ended up losing those games. It really hurts. Like, we were always better than what we are, like than we were last year. We showed it against good teams that we could play against them, and then we showed against bad teams like we weren't like ready. Like, we were all inconsistent. We need to be consistent this year and always be giving 100% every game. We would go into a half, give it 100, and then the second half we wouldn't really, put in all our full effort the second half. Like, we would slack off the second half. But that can't happen this year. We need to keep going and give it 100 all 90 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say something. Last year I think we played to our team's level to a certain point where, honestly, that's unacceptable. We really didn't bring our own energy, but this year I think we can definitely make changes and bring what we have.
All right, that's all I got for you guys. Anything else you guys would like to say before we get out of here?
I just want to say these two seniors did a good job with the interviews. And, they was kind of worried and whatnot. But then one more thing that I'm going to say is that what you hear them saying is what we're preaching every day at practice, right? Being happy for others, taking young players under their wing, because this is their last year, right? This is their last year. And what I told all my seniors is I said, don't let anybody who hasn't been here for the amount of time that you've been here ruin your senior year. Whether that's a freshman or sophomore goofing around before practice or goofing around before the game. I'm a player's coach, so you check them. All right, none of the discipline should have to get to me before you say something if you're gonna lead this team. And another thing is also, like I said, we family oriented. When we do good things and it's positive, we're all gonna clap for each other, right? We're gonna be happy for each other. When it's negative, we're gonna pick each other up, right? And that's the same thing I told my coaches, right? We're not gonna rip a player or tear a player down without building them up in the same sentence, right? And that's tough to do, and it's tough to think about while you're mad and you're hot and it's in the moment. But that's one of the things that I want to implement as well. Like I said, we're a family, and we're trying to bring some good energy. But I want 11 dogs on the field at a time, and all the dogs got to eat together, right? Ain't gonna be no one alpha, no one ego. We all got to eat together. And right now we hungry, and right now we starving. As you can see, Jack said we were the underdog. Ben said we the underdogs, and we take that as disrespect. The top 10 rankings came out, and they sent it to the group chat, right? And the only way you get respect in this league is if you earn it, and that's what we're working to do. And we got to go to practice.
All right. Thank you, guys, and good luck on the season. We're going to put the schedule on the screen for you now. Make sure to get out to a game. Once again, thank you, guys.